Hey guys. So I've got some updates for you regarding summer running and summer workouts, and then the fall, what's going to happen. So let's start with summer running and summer workouts. Um, we we just got notified we're allowed to do summer workouts. Cross country will not be doing summer workouts. The rules around it are rather stringent. So we are only allowed to have pods of 5 kids, and then those pods can't change. So once we set a pod, we can't intermix the pods or change the pods around for the duration of the summer. And then we have to do temperature checks and checking kids in and out and doing symptom checks. Running, you guys can all just go for a run, right? And we're phase 2 now, so you can go run with a friend. So I think that we're going to just, in order to keep everyone's lives easier and simpler and a little less fixed, we're going to not do organized summer running the way that we have in years past. So I'm going to be posting on Google Classroom workout plans, and then some running logs just to go so I can keep an eye on how you guys are doing. And you guys are free to email me or send me a text or questions or whatever you may have. I'm going to post 3 different types of workouts. So there's going to be a beginner plan, an intermediate plan, and an advanced plan. If you are a person who, towards the end of cross country season, running a 3 or 4 mile run was still challenging, and then you have not run at all since, you're probably going to want to do the beginner plan. It's kind of like a modified couch to 5K type of thing. So there's some like walk running intermixed, and it builds you up. So by the time cross country starts, you're going to be good to go. The intermediate plan is exactly what it sounds like. It's for intermediates. So that's going to be more of my kiddos who cross country, you were pretty fit, but then maybe you haven't done anything since, or my not quite distance runner types. So like Cole Logan, for example, I know Cole's gone for a run towards the end of cross country season. He was running quite a bit, but I know he hasn't been running a ton. So that would probably be a more appropriate plan for someone like him. And then there's the advanced plan, which would be for more like Joran and Aiden and my kids that run all the time and are pretty experienced and have maintained some fitness over the last 9 months since cross country season ended. If you have been running a lot and you look at the plan and it just seems too easy, feel free to skip down a couple of weeks. So for example, I know that Derek has been out training for a half marathon. And so it's possible that for Derek, looking at any of the plans, including the advanced one, where it starts is just too few miles for what he's already been doing. Great. When you're done with your half marathon training, because I would not recommend aborting your half marathon training and jumping into this one. Finish out your half marathon training or whatever it is that you're currently training for, and then look at the plan and kind of line up where they match, right? If you've already been running 35 miles a week, find the place on the plan that gets you to 35 miles and do that, and then go down from there. So basically just adjust the weeks. If you run out of weeks and the season hasn't started, send me an email and I will up your mileage for you. So that's how we're going to handle the summer. Call your friends. We are phase 2. You are allowed to go out with appropriate social distancing guidelines, preferably wearing masks before you run and then staying like 6 feet apart. You're allowed to run together, right? You can go find your buddy and go run down the street 6 feet apart on either end of a sidewalk. Please do not get together in groups of like 15 to 20. That is not acceptable. Please do not do that. Yeah. Beaver Strength is starting out, at least for the beginning of the summer, virtual. And DJ is going to work through a bunch of stuff that you can do at home. So like body weight type exercises, things that you don't necessarily have to have a home gym to be able to do. So please get online and sign up for Beaver Strength. He's going to set it up through Google Classroom, I believe, but you have to sign up for him to add you to Google Classroom. I'm going to do it-ish. We're going to see how that goes. I need some muscle tone. I've gotten older, I've noticed, and I can't have cheat days as frequently without having any impact. So we're going to give it a go this summer. What is the fall going to look like? We have no idea. The WAA has said we are having a season. That is their goal. They may delay the start of the season until the middle of September, like the 6th through the 10th-ish, somewhere in there. They have said they're planning on doing a postseason, so like a state championship. They are having that happen. They have said that if a region of the state has to shut down, they're out of luck, but the rest of us are going to proceed. So if Yakima, which I don't know if you're following the news, but Yakima is kind of crazy right now. If Yakima is unable to have school or is unable to have sports, the rest of us will still go. The flip side of that is we may be the area out, right? If things flare up here, we may be the ones shut down and everyone else would go on without us. So we don't know what that's going to look like. There's going to be some social distancing guidelines, I'm sure. We have 60 kids on the team. If we had to stay 6 feet apart, we will not be able to meet inside because the gym will be, volleyball will have the gym. So and drama will have the commons. So I'm not sure how we'll do that, but we won't be able to meet inside. I don't know how we'll get to meets. I don't know what we'll do when we're at meets. If our team in Ridgefield has a meet, that's 150 kids just between our two schools. So I don't know what any of that will look like. When I know, you'll know. We don't know what school is going to look like. We may end up on an A-B practice schedule. There's a lot of unknowns. So Paul is working on getting answers. And that's all I can tell you. The last thing I'm going to say before I sign off is this has been very hard on your teachers and your coaches. Most of us get into teaching and coaching because it fulfills like a need we have, fills our cup, so to speak. And on top of that, a lot of us are extroverts. So not being able to get our cups filled by interacting with students that we love and care about, and then on top of that, not being able to interact with adults, it's been hard on a lot of your teachers and a lot of your coaches. So take 10 minutes and send your teachers or your coaches like a message and just let them know you're thinking about them and that you're doing okay. Talking to teachers and coaches, it was really hard just not getting any feedback from kids. Like they'd submit an assignment and that was it. And we'd send them like a message saying, hey, thanks so much. Hope you're doing well. And we'd get nothing back. At least we know they're alive, right? They submitted an assignment. So maybe take a second and email your teachers and just tell them that you hope they have a nice summer and you'll see them in the fall. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a nice summer and I will see you in the fall. Email or text me if you have any questions and I will answer them for you. Miss you all. Bye.